All right.
Lip gloss is popping.
Actually, it's getting colder outside, so it's your lips get chappy. So make sure you're carrying chapstick, right?
Not lipstick, like lip gloss, because I
No,
feel like that's just gonna freeze the lips.
it does.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. What's the thing with lip gloss? It's just to obviously it's lip gloss to make your lips glossy,
Just
but
glossy.
does it keep it nice so it doesn't get chapped, or it's more for the look,
That's what I don't know. So that's why I thought it would kind of like the whole joke with the freezing it and stuff. I think it's just more for the glossiness.
Okay,
There's some of
okay.
them that taste really good.
There's edible lip gloss.
We make it edible because we got that strawberry and everything else, and it smells so good that you want to just try it. And then
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back to Cama, guys.
welcome back, welcome back.
Before we started, I was like, you ever like have to sneeze, but you feel it, but then like it just goes away, and you're just staring. I was staring at the light because usually that helps me sneeze when
Okay.
like the sun is out or just light in general. I have to stare at it, and I do one of those faces, and then it comes out, but it didn't come out. So
I'm curious as to how you had so much time before a sneeze to realize that you can look up at the sun.
yeah, like
and it helps.
it does. You don't have any like a trick to help you sneeze, like in that transition where it's there, but it's not quite there yet to be a full on sneeze.
No, the first thing I look for is like my elbow, just so I can do a. But that happened to me where I thought I was gonna sneeze. Y yo me puse así, and there was a guy next to me. I think he thought I was gonna snuff him. And he looks at me. I'm like, no, no. He's like, "Se te pasó," and I'm like, "Yeah."
That's not
So he
funny.
understood what I was going through.
You don't feel the tickle like right here, nothing.
You know what? Next time I sneeze,
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring out my notepad and I'm.
yeah. But
Okay.
it is getting colder outside.
It is.
Do people still say it's cuffing season?
It's snuggle season, if
Yeah,
anything,
like I
pero
like snuggling and nice and cozy. You like snuggling, you
I
like
love
cuddling,
snuggling.
with the body heat, with your significant other, partner, whoever, and you guys are just smelling each other, you're hearing each other breathe.
All that
But it's
fullness.
that fondness, but it's nice and warm. So with the weather changing and stuff, and it's getting cold, I was gonna ask you, have you actually ever Netflix and chill? Right? It didn't lead to anything.
Just Netflix and
It
chill.
was literally just Netflix and chill.
I mean, okay, because the Netflix and chill we're referring to is literally calling not a random person, but somebody you kind of like messing
A
with.
booty
Not
call.
right, a booty call. So it's not somebody like your significant other. I've had moments with like a significant other where we're gonna go watch Netflix and then you already know what's part two. But a booty call like, hey, Netflix and chill, and no, I haven't had
No, like you
the
actually
pleasure.
no, like you guys actually watched Netflix where there was
And
a
nothing
movie or
happened.
show. Yeah, and nothing happened. I was just chilling. Yeah, I was vibing. I was talking. But the whole purpose was to Netflix and literally chill.
No, no.
Okay.
I kind of Netflix and chill by myself. Yo soy la muchacha más rara. I got two big ass TVs, but I choose to watch Netflix on
On
my
your
small
phone?
ass phone. For
That's
real,
hilarious.
for real. Y
Okay.
ahí es que se me va la batería completa. But
Were you the Netflix chilly or the Netflix and chiller? If that makes sense. I
I
don't know.
think so. I think I was the Lee.
The
I've
lead?
always been the Netflix and chill.
I think that means that they always asked you to Netflix and chill.
No,
Or you were
I
the
think you're the one
always
hosting.
telling.
No, you're the one hosting
You're the
the
one
Netflix
telling people, yeah,
and
let's
chill.
Netflix and chill. Okay, so
Right.
that was you. You host a lot of those.
I can see myself Netflix and chill, and I'm hosting. Y de una vez que pase curfew, mi hermano,
You gotta go.
se me va.
Damn. So you
Yeah.
used to kick dudes out.
Of course. Why it was okay, so why do dudes feel so comfortable? Like, yo, let's say you have Shorty over, and in the morning, let me see. No,
Okay, go
because
ahead.
I've heard a lot of stories like
Okay,
this.
okay.
In the morning, no te pase de una hora. You know that you gotta get up and you gotta leave and you gotta do that walk of shame
I feel
type of thing, you know?
I feel like like if it's a one night stand, like
Okay.
you can't be comfortable. Like she let you hit or you let him hit, whatever. Like, but don't get too comfortable. Like, go.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if we've been meeting a few times, like
I'm gonna make you breakfast.
yeah, like why you literally about to kick me out? Like let's say you invited somebody and you guys Netflix and chill a few times already, and they left every single time. But then there's just that one time,
like, stay a little longer.
they wanted to stay. You still wanted them to leave. Like, is that wrong for them? They were comfortable enough because they came twice already, literally.
Literally.
And they felt like, they could stay maybe a little longer just to cuddle and chill.
But it depends if we're and we're just talking hypothetical as always, just and it depends on scenarios. So if I'm feeling you, yeah, stay.
Okay.
Stay. Let's make breakfast. Okay. And not like, and then that's when you're like kind of in the position like, damn, did I really just like Netflix and chill? Like I really went through all that to kind of find out the next morning, like, you're kind of like brushing them off a little bit. You make it awkward for them. Kind of like, oh, abuela, llámame. Oh, really? That's going on? And
that's messed up.
It's not, though. Because then at that moment, you realize you don't really want anything with them, if that makes sense.
You just want to,
no, yeah, there's different. Like, how am I going to hang out with somebody and cook with them and do all this thing if I don't?
That's true.
If I'm not feeling them, yo no le voy a dar esperanza. Like, yo, bro, like, okay, I can see you doing this with me every Saturday and Sunday morning.
So now it comes to the whole notion of, do you let them know beforehand, right?
Before we make it all
or are you leading
pancakes?
them on? Like, you can come over anytime you want, we can Netflix and chill, but you have to leave type shit.
I feel like if I was put in that situation, the Netflix and the chill was 50-50. Right? 50-50. Okay. Where you're in that Netflix and chill and you're like, oh, is it just Netflix and chill? Or is it going to be Netflix and chill?
Okay.
Now, depending on like, was it the way you was expecting it? Do you want to continue this? Then that's where like in the morning, it's kind of like, I'm going to make it awkward for you to kind of see your way out the door.
Okay.
Or...
So let me ask you this. Netflix and chill refers to, intercourse and sexual activities. So what would essentially come first? Is it really in that order, Netflix and chill? Or we chill and then Netflix?
Dime tú.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's chill and Netflix.
Chill and Netflix?
Like, I remember, like, as you're in high school, you always try to, like, flirt with girls. You're like, come to my house, let's Netflix and chill. And, like, everybody obviously knew what that meant or whatever. And I remember there was this one time, like, some girl, like, she was into skateboarding or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, like, let's hang out. Like, I have a skateboard too.
Okay.
Not knowing how to skateboard, but I had one handy.
So that was your version of Netflix and chill back.
I was like, oh, like, let's hang out, let's skateboard. When literally all I wanted was for her to come to my house, whatever, and chill. And yeah, so like I went to pick her up downstairs. She had her skateboard. Like she was ready. Like she had no idea. Like she really thought we were gonna skateboard, but things took a turn.
So at what point did she realize that you guys were not gonna skateboard and just chill? Because I'll go upstairs, man, hype, like, yo, where's my water bottle, where's your skateboard, let's go downstairs. If in that moment she didn't want to chill. So see, that's where that 50-50 came in, and she's like, no, I want to do the chilling part.
Of course,
because she could have just went like, yo, where's your skateboard?
Yeah. Or she could have went home.
Bounced. Yeah. Right.
So like at that point when I was in high school, I used to smoke hookah a lot. So I think once I whooped the hookah, right? Not my mini guy.
That came afterwards.
I whooped out the hookah, and I guess she sort of got an idea that all right, this dude didn't really want to go skateboarding with me. Yeah, so we hung out, whatever, Netflix and chill.
Okay, Netflix and chill.
So that happened at like different times, like.
Did you guys end up skateboarding ever?
I guess. I think I walked her to the train.
And skateboard.
She skateboarded. And I know how to skateboard a little bit, but like I guess that was a phase. I don't know if she's into that now or whatever. I don't know. But
okay.
Like she wanted to skateboard.
Nice.
So I used that as a gateway. So I did that a lot of times. Use something as a gateway. You ever use something as a gateway to get inside? Yes,
but it wasn't like I promise you guys, it wasn't intentionally. Like on both parties. So me and this individual knew each other for a few years. Their relationship, my relationship, we were always friends, nothing more. Like, we would not even hang out outside of that specific circle where we met and everything else. Years pass. Yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. You're single. I'm single.
Okay.
You're doing things that are interesting with your life. So am I. So I'm like, you know what? I was the host. But it was a Netflix and chill. I told this individual, I need to start working out, or I want to start working out. Can you help me with this, like, a routine?
Okay.
Yeah, I had everything out, my weights, everything. And we did the workout. The actual workout.
Okay,
like, we did the actual workout.
and more workout later.
No, like, we did the workout. I had a plan, so actually what I was looking for, se dio.
Okay.
And afterwards, the friend was like, yo, you know what? You like to drink. Do you want to have some wine?
Okay.
Okay, so I got what I want.
You knew what he liked, and he knew what you liked.
Exactly,
Okay,
and I'm like, all right, let's go have some wine. But literally, it was just like wine, listening to Drake, and just chilling. Después del sudado, whatever. And then, you know, one wine turned into 2 glasses, 3 glasses, and we had a good time.
That sounds like
we had a good time.
Okay. And that was all.
But yo, we didn't, like, it wasn't as awkward afterwards. It was just kind of like, that wasn't the intention.
It was cool.
Not to have a drink, not to do anything. It was just kind of like.
And then he had to do the walk of shame, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just because at that moment I made it a little bit awkward because I have a hard time sometimes telling people, like, you know, I'm not really feeling you. So I'll do where, like, yeah, I'll do. I'm very weird. I'm weird. Awkward. I'm weird. No, like, I would be the type to not make you feel like, hey, like, that's it. That was that. I'll just ghost you.
You just okay.
And that was a bad part of me. But then I realized I was at that moment, and I apologized and everything. I was a ghoster because I didn't know how to say, like, hey, we went from being cool friends to we didn't know this shit was gonna happen to kind of like, hey, how do I kind of tell you, like, I need help with my weights?
That's kind of messed up. Like, why can you continue being friends with that person without having that?
No, connection? And we had that conversation afterwards, and obviously I grew up, like, esto pasó hace tiempo, and I'm like, you know what, like, it was kind of shady in my part. So us having that conversation kind of, opened my mind. It was like, I can't be selfish. Like, at the end of the day, that was my friend. But also, like, now I know how to approach certain situations differently.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, you were so awkward that you ended up leaving, like, your own house.
Some shit like
you know
that.
what? I'm just going to go.
Yeah, goodbye. Lock the doors when you leave.
Have you ever been turned down before?
Oh, I'm sure.
Turned down for what? But yeah, have you ever been turned down?
Oh yeah, a lot.
A lot of times?
Yeah.
I mean, have you turned down people?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, which one more of?
I think when I was younger, I was turned down a lot.
Okay, and now that you're older?
Now that I'm older, same people I was turned down by who kind of want to be like, hey, what's up? And now it's like, not that I don't, not that I want to actually turn you down, but now you're not just like, you should have took your chance when it was there, bro.
When I was ugly, and now I look good, so fuck your shit.
Yeah, ahora está tuerca, está feo. How about you? Which one do you feel like hurts more? Because telling a person, like, hey, I'm not into you, or kind of like being the one turned down?
Yeah, being turned down all the way. Like, you have all these feelings, all this adrenaline, all these butterflies, to only find out, like, first of all, at the beginning, when you're feeling this, you're scared to tell that person how you feel.
You plan that shit out. You do a whole bunch of blueprints, and then you finally do it,
and they hit you with the, nah, you're just a broski, or, one of those. And then it's like, I forgot what I was going to say, but in high school, a lot of the times there were girls that I was into. And then, like, maybe at the beginning, they weren't into me. But then all of a sudden,
they realize that you're more than a bro. Like, you can be more than, you can be a bro, and then you can be maybe something else.
And they fucked with me. And then, I wasn't like you. I didn't turn them down. I'm like, all right, she's finally into me. And, I did whatever I had to do.
Yeah.
But, like, there was this one instance. There was many times, like, I wouldn't say, like, turned down, like, oh, like, you're just a bro, or you're ugly, whatever. It was more of, I know about you. Like, there was this perception of me, and
Okay.
people love to gossip in high school.
Right.
Girls love
Till
to.
this day, people still gossip.
Yes, Marielle was one of them that used to gossip. But yeah, so like a lot of times that would like I would really like a nice girl, like a nice like like a really nice girl, like I would like her,
Yeah.
and like my chances would get ruined because of something they heard or something that I did in the past, and that those they suck because it would be one of those like, "Damn, I was gonna be different with you," like, or something like that.
So you wouldn't like I see because at that moment she's not old enough to be like, yo no me voy a dejar de lo que la otra gente diga. Like I'm gonna get to know you as a person. If you end up that way, then
There was a
whatever. Then
lot
I'm
of those
sour,
as well,
right? But there's also where you can be like, nah, I'm gonna prove you wrong, or I'm gonna tell you. Did you ever like find yourself doing that? And you're like, oh no, like it is what it is. Like at that age, was it kind of like, yeah, like I'm gonna show you wrong, or was it more like, si no se dio, no se dio? Like
I think yeah, and then at a certain point, because you're dumb, you're a kid, you're still a kid, you're in high school. You prove them wrong, and then you end up proving them right later on,
At the
and you
end.
do something stupid, or you're with somebody else.
No, because since we say communication is key,
Communication is key.
and we will always repeat that. I figure like, do we kind of learn from that, or does it still happen like nowadays?
What do you
Like
mean?
as adults, does people que si la gente se deja llevar of other people?
Oh, yeah, that I was thinking about that too. I think people definitely do. There was when I was in middle school, or probably maybe elementary school, like middle school and elementary school and high school as well. Like that's you want to listen to your peers. Like for some reason you want to impress your fucking friends.
Yep.
So in elementary school, I wouldn't like
Peer pressure.
I wouldn't say she's the one that got away because I'm happily, with the person
That you are with,
that I am
and
in
you
love
don't know
with
how
right
that
now.
person turned out.
Yes, and I don't know how and I hope that person turned out fine. You know what? I'm gonna say her name. Fuck it, not like that. So like in elementary school, I used to like this girl. Her name was Jean Marie.
Jean Marie.
Jean Marie, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen her since like fucking high school, and that was like what 8 years ago.
Yeah,
A long time.
a lot of things to change.
Well, actually, I actually saw her in a funeral. Rest in peace, Robert. But it wasn't a time to actually talk. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, yo, I haven't seen you in like 6 years.
She was crying and stuff, so there was like, okay, like let her be. But like before that, I haven't seen her, or even after that, I haven't seen her ever since. So whatever. She wasn't like the popular girls as people would say, but I had a crush on her. I low key, yeah. And then I used to hang out with the popular girls or kids or whatever, and they always made fun of this girl, or they would say, "Oh, like she likes you, haha." Like they would make fun of me because she liked me, but I liked her too. But because my friends, and they felt this type of way about this girl, I would go, "Oh, ew, or I don't like her,"
and
all that
tease her
stuff.
instead of defending her.
And I wouldn't tease her, but like I would not like I would say I don't like her. Like,
well, you wouldn't do the superhuman thing and be like, yo, nah, like déjame mi chica tranquila.
Like part of me like wish that I did that. Okay. But yeah, so
you grow up and you learn.
We used to go to the same after school program. So
those used to be the best back in the days.
I used to see her all the time. Oh, she likes you. Jean Marie likes you. Haha, this and this and that. I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't. But deep inside, like Helga from Hey Arnold.
Yeah,
that was literally me. Like I had a shrine of her, whatever.
Yeah, the little heart thing. I got the little heart thing.
And then I finally.
I'm just waiting to put a picture in it.
I got the courage to tell her that I liked her too.
Ooh.
So we dated for like 2 weeks.
I would have turned your ass down like, boy.
And then
how many times you
listening to my friends again, they told me why you like her, why you're dating her, break up with her. And guess what this Mahone did?
Broke up with her.
Exactly. I stopped talking. I ghost her. Not like I stopped talking to her because of what my friends thought. I didn't want to be seen with somebody that they didn't like.
Like if it was the friends that you were gonna make out
And
with in after school pride.
exactly.
And that's the problem.
Exactly. And I don't even talk to any of those people, including Jim.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so, yeah.
crazy how it works that way.
And then like I got older. Like I think I stopped going to that program like maybe freshman year of high school. So like I got to like, you know, we grew up together, whatever. And I guess she's always liked me. And I always liked her at that time. And then, you know, we saw each other grow. And then she was going through this phase where she was like hanging out with dykes. Yeah, so she was bi. So she was, you know, she was all over like Facebook or MySpace, whatever, like girls, everything girls.
Okay.
But then that's when it comes the whole proving you wrong thing. I'll prove to her that I know you still, yeah, I know you still like boys, you still like men, and I know for a fact that you like me. So I would always like flirt with her. And, you know, it was always fun and games. Like I never disrespected her, and she never disrespected me or anything. And then one day, I actually at the after school, I kissed her, and yeah, she just smiled and laughed.
So she's still into
So
boys.
you know, I felt, you know, it was one of those like, yeah, I knew it. And then,
it's been 10 years in the making.
After that, like, you know, everybody went their separate ways and I never saw her again. So, G. Marie.
Shout out to you.
At one point in my life, you were the one that got away.
Okay? It's funny, right? The way they say that.
Yeah.
And then te pone a pensar, like, what would things, you know, how would things have worked out with or now the way they have?
But I'm happy with how things turned out.
No, of course.
In case my girlfriend want to come on the show and try to fight me. But that whole thing was interesting.
So no, and the way things play out. No, let me because I meant to ask you later, or actually mention later.
As an adult, though, like I don't listen to people. Have you listened to?
No,
like,
you
pressure? Okay.
See, the family. Oh no, that one is no good for you, or this and this and this and that. No. So with that saying, that's how I was trying to loop around.
That was you were trying to transition.
Yeah, but I got stuck a little bit because I'm still on Dominican time.
Ooh.
A little bit. Yes. So let me put an example.
Go ahead. Put all the examples you want.
I go to DR. I fall in love.
Okay.
I fall in love.
And you got turned down.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it.
You giving
me? I'm a 4 here in New York. I'm a 10 over there and a visa.
You're 11 and a visa in DR. You telling me a hypothetical or you telling me
hypothetical?
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical.
All right, so you fall in love.
Yo ahí todavía if I would have fallen in love.
You fall in love in DR.
I fall in love in DR. And you know, you fall in love. Like you can't stop that from happening.
Of course not.
Aunque si es la muela del tipo y la visa que se quiere mangar, lo que sea, whatever.
You're in love. You're in love.
You're in love. But what do they say about Dominican men or women or anywhere in the other country? No, they're with you because they want their paperwork. They're with you because of this and this and that. Do you listen to them? Or do you listen to the fact that you're in love? That's part 1 of the question. And then part 2. All right. No. Okay. No. Yeah. Tell me answer. Answer. And then I'll transition. See, I'm still transitioning.
It depends if you're listening to your family member, Fulanita, who's with an older guy, telling you that are you really gonna listen to her?
Right.
Probably not. If you're listening, let's say, to a family member who knows that person very well, knows pretty much their intentions, however, they're not gonna intervene like in your relationship. However, they still try to warn you little by little. Like and I'm not saying that this person is absolutely right. No, but you listen.
Right.
And then you observe your partner.
Your surroundings.
Yeah. And you play it out. And honestly, like all things, most things, whatever, it just has to happen. So if the person is just using you,
it's gonna happen because,
just
like
let it
they
happen
say,
to you, and that's
love
the only way you
love
learn.
is blind. I could be like, nah, she's jealous of me. She's jealous that she's never gotten married and this and this and that. Okay, and you get to that point. Whatever. They're enamorada, whether the guy wants to have my visa and come to the U.S. or not. This and this and that. Okay, I'm gonna choose to marry this guy because I'm in love and this and this and that. Now this is part 2 to the question.
Part 2.
Prenup. How do you feel about them?
Okay, prenup. All right. So I don't know if you're fucking psychic or something, but these are shits that I was thinking about the other day. Guess where? While I was on the bus. Boom. So
That was good. That was
So
good.
at the beginning, I was like, a woman should sign, or a man, let's whoever whoever's the bread maker, should have the other person sign the prenup, because again, like that, let's say shit goes south, and it's wrong on your part or your significant other's part. Like it's not fair for them to have either all or half your shit.
Right, that you worked your entire life
Like
for.
let's say for the sake of they cheated on you and they about to live with that other person, like
Off of your living.
yeah, like no. So I would be like, let's sign this, even though you're like, we're gonna be forever,
Okay.
but just in case,
Okay.
sign this. So I was like pro that,
Okay.
like sign this shit,
Right.
right? Like we're hoping that it never has to come till we have to get divorced or anything like that. I'm in here for the long run. We're gonna be here forever.
Okay.
But sign this
Just
in case.
Yes,
So then I put myself in the other person's shoe. If you really think, right? Let's say I'm the person who needs to sign the prenup or who should sign or whatever, and they're telling me I'm gonna feel some type of way because you believe or you think there's a chance that we might not make it, if that makes sense, right?
Okay.
So it's like, for both ways, it's like, oh, it's just sign it, but we're gonna be forever. And then on the other side, it's like, we're gonna be forever, so why are you making me sign it?
Okay.
So I understand both, and like I said at the beginning, I was pro prenup,
Prenups.
but now like I'm okay, because if I really I just spit, that's my funny.
Almost caught it.
If I really like, if I want this, I want to marry you.
Then what is that?
Yeah, like, but other than you cheating on me, like living with
No,
somebody
of course,
else,
and then
like,
you can fight.
I feel like
you
that's
can
the
fight
only
that.
reason.
You can probably fight that. Let's say
Yeah, of course.
in like court and be like, yo, like he cheated on me, so obviously he didn't want to be with
And
me.
I think that's like thinking radically. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a radical decision. So, I'm like I said again. I keep saying it, like I said, but I was pro prenup, but now like it doesn't matter to
You're
me.
not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have my lady sign a prenup anymore. Congratulations.
I am pro prenup.
You're pro prenup?
And
Okay,
look,
I
I
need-
gave you
I-
I gave you a hard situation.
I need to hear, yeah.
I gave you a hard situation. You are getting married. If I brought you to the US, that's good enough. Let's say. Now let's make it easier for you. Somebody, un loquito que yo me encuentre in New York, and I'm making as much as you're making. We're both the breadwinners in this.
It's equal.
But I feel like you never finish getting to know somebody.
That is 100%.
Nunca. Like
Never.
they got their
You guys could
skeletons
get
in their
married.
yeah.
You guys could have 5 million kids. You still never know them 100%.
So, okay. You know me now. You know me with my debts. You know me with maybe $2 or $3 that I have in my pocket, and that's it. Now, I am psychic. Because when I make it in mi cama lounge.
Okay. When we make it.
Yeah. Pero tú sabes, since I'm talking with me and my boo, whatever.
When you make it.
When we make it, you know, you met me at like 0-0. So now why is it like, where is that transition going? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, now I feel like a prenup should happen, because what if I make it all of a sudden and then...
But why do you feel the need for that prenup now? If
No, the prenup de principio.
Or like before you even
Like, let's
make
say
it?
I'm married right now. I get married right now. You know me with nothing.
Okay.
You have nothing. And then what if all of a sudden I make it?
Yeah, but it goes back to putting yourself in the other person's shoe. Like, aren't you in it together? So you make it, you don't make it. You're there with them. They're there with you.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that you don't really get to know somebody. So what if you switch up on me? Or what if I switch up on you? Like, I start making money now you're not good enough for me.
That's true. Oh.
No. You know, you gotta play the cards. You gotta play the cards and all, right? or roll the dice.
I don't know. That's kind of selfish of you as well.
Why?
You would You're basically telling them that I'm better than you, so I can't be with you anymore.
No, I'm putting a hypothetical.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. That's messed
okay,
up.
then that's fucked up. Or how about you become a millionaire and then you change up on me?
That's wrong. That's
Exactly.
wrong on their part.
Or like
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
okay,
at
I'm
that
not in
point, you
love
would be signing the
No,
prenup,
but
and then
look,
they
no,
become a
no.
millionaire.
Look, what I mean is like I'm with somebody, right? And I become a millionaire and I change. And you don't want to be with me anymore. But then you're better off because you're the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, it did not come out the way in my head. It came out. See the transition, the
It's okay,
transition.
I'm telling you. Maybe you should think about it like I did on the bus. Just take the bus for no reason and think about prenups. For real.
Okay. No, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like people switch up on you, and they can switch up on you any minute, any given like time.
I agree. And on the bus, I was also thinking, like, I'm like, like
It was
celebrities.
so close.
Celebrities either date people who they were with before, they became like stars,
Okay.
or they'll date other stars for the same reason that you mentioned. Like we're equal. Like
Right.
no one is better than the other, or like you've been here when I had nothing, so
And
like
you come up with me.
so I'm gonna stay with you because it's tricky. Like you can never know. Like let's say you're famous already, you got bread. It's hard
To switch up.
not to switch up, but like to date somebody that you don't know. Like have a fresh start with somebody because you don't know what
Right.
their intentions are 100%. So like you said, micamalounge.
Okay, look. Okay, now I got it. And if it doesn't come out this way, then okay.
Okay.
Then I give up with this whole prenup thing. Then I just throw a whole
Then
bunch of fun facts.
Then you just
with
you
prenups.
shred it.
Yeah. Okay. We're zero, lodo. And then I make it with mi cama lounge.
Yes.
What if you want a prenup? Because you see me kind of like
You're progressing and I'm not.
kind of.
So I want you to sign my prenup.
We're gonna sign a prenup because when you end up making it, then I want half of it.
But you're the one making it. I'm not making it.
Right.
So why would I have you sign my prenup?
No, a prenup is a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but why would you agree to that? That's my thing.
What?
I want a prenup so we could both have, but you're not gonna. That's dumb.
Okay. I gave it a second chance.
It was a nice try.
Okay.
Yes. So what I was gonna say is, celebrities, like it's hard. You have to date. You have to date somebody you knew from before you were a celebrity,
Or somebody
that was there
just
with you through the progress, or somebody that's just as equal, because you don't have to worry again
about them taking your shit.
what their intentions are.
Okay.
So my thing was like with fans and stuff, people, we're fans of Romeo. I always say Romeo.
Drake.
As celebrities, and it's like for that reason, it's like I guess they won't like talk to people. Like obviously there's a lot of fans, they can't talk to everybody. But let's say like I come in contact with Ariana Grande or some shit, and like I'm telling her that I like you so much. Like
I wanna be
she's not gonna believe me for the simple fact that I'm nobody.
And you got to know her already when she was somebody.
Exactly. And to her, I like her because she's famous. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought about that.
Okay.
Like I always want, like Ariana Grande. I wanted to date Ariana Grande.
I think we all did at one point.
But it's like it's impossible.
Yeah.
Unless you become a super. So when mi cama lounge make, now let me stop.
A mí no me contaste. Do you know 40% of marriages get prenups?
40%. Where you found that Wikipedia?
Google.com. And do you know how much a prenup costs, an average prenup?
Nope.
$4,000 to $15,000. So ese
sense.
otro gasto.
Exactly.
Okay, so I might be entre con y marea.
I feel like a prenup. You should do it. It's like you making bread, and let's say your significant other, you don't know their intentions.
So then why would they become your significant other? Which is why we're gonna contradict each other because
that happens a lot. People get married, celebrities get married to like 3 different people, 10 different people. They get divorced. So that's always my question as well. Is like you really have to be in love.
Yeah.
if
Blindly.
Seriously, if you're both not mutually in love, I don't know. That one is tough.
That one is tough.
But again, I was on the bus, and this one's actually like hilarious. Right? So I was on the bus, and it stopped, whatever, at a bus stop, and a guy walks in. He was gay.
Hey.
But like I wasn't like, oh, fucking gay guy on the bus or
So
something.
he was obviously, it was obvious.
Yeah, it was
that-
obviously he was gay.
Okay.
And then it was one of the, I forgot, I think I spoke about it. It was one of those gay guys that are kind of extra,
Yeah.
but like they have beers and they have crop tops with fucking hair in their stomach. It's
Gotcha.
like, all right, whatever. But it was they came inside normal, so you know it was whatever. And then the bus stops at a different bus stop, and there's like he's on the phone, and there's like a police outside. But I didn't know there was a police outside. So I just see him on the phone. He's talking, and he's talking very normal. And then all I see him is like, girl, he looks so. I'll suck his. And I turned around, make sure like, okay, it wasn't me. And I looked outside, and it was the police officer, and I just started laughing because it's like.
Tú estabas de lo más bien.
Nah, yeah, it was fine. Like one, you could have said that to yourself. Or you could have said that normally on the phone, like, damn, girl, I saw this police officer. Look, man. But they were just mad extra, and you know how that goes. And it kind of like, it started my morning off, like, I was like,
At a bang.
all right, like, this is how my morning
Did the
started.
cop hear him?
Nah, because we were in the bus, and then the cop was outside.
Because, see, I would have went all extra para que me escuchara. Pero exactly, where did that happen? Like, from maybe, yo, what's up? Girl.
Yeah, like he went off, and it was just like, I always laugh at those because it was just funny. Because I always wonder like what went through his head at that moment. Like, all right, there's people here, I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna say this. Like, you know,
I don't think they think it through.
They don't think it through, right?
You know, what's one thing that people do think through a lot, which surprised me? Costumes. Yo.
What do you?
Like, I thought we got creative with our last episode of Cama Lounge and our costumes. But I went to the festival for the first time, the Halloween festival.
I was going to say the Dominican parade.
That was nice. No, and if you was to see the amount of, like, you know, like, you have a costume of a germ. Uh-huh. Como una bolita with a germ.
A germ, a COVID.
You have another one where, like, Trump is mad old and he has a hunchback. Like, just like a whole bunch of like
stuff.
Yeah, where I'm like, damn, like, I know people are creative, but people really go hard for Halloween because it's thousands and thousands of people just down the and I'm just like, wow.
Were you were obviously you were impressed.
I wasn't in the bus.
Did you get like any ideas for next year? Like, oh, next year I'm gonna do this.
No, I'm very big into Money Heist. I've always wanted to be Tokyo. I don't know if you've seen Money Heist. Money Heist is a pretty good show. It's on Netflix. I Netflixed like, and chilled by my damn self and watched it.
Full circle, huh? I Netflix and chill. Well, how did we even start this?
It was Netflix and chill. That'd be the funny shit. We don't remember half of the shit we spoke about in the beginning.
Circle.
But so I've always wanted to be Tokyo, and I see. Well, now this was probably like
that's
Tokyo. That's one of the girls from the show.
Okay.
But that people are still like using. I mean, the show is still going on.
Is she Asian?
No, she's como de España.
Okay.
Beautiful lady.
Beautiful woman. Okay.
Gorgeous.
You think she'll turn us down?
That would break my heart if she was to turn me down.
You think she would sign a print? Nah.
She'll probably sign a print up after
or have somebody else sign it. Nah, but okay, so you wanted to be her.
Yeah, I wanted to be her, and I thought it was pretty cool that people are still like using those costumes from like the Money Heist thing. But there was a lot of, people just get creative.
I saw a lot of people like with the Squid Game.
The Squid.
Like I feel like that one is soon. Like they were already made costumes for that already. Yeah,
people know how to make their
money. And it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that with 2 dogs. So one of the dog was the girl from Green Light.
Red Light.
Real? Yeah, como con.
That's cool.
And then the other one had the little cape in the back. Yeah.
The cape.
Well, the cape with the square. What the dog couldn't put a mask on.
The people with
yeah.
I was confused. A cape and a square. Okay.
So I was like, that's cute. Pretty cool.
Did you actually watch Squid Game?
Yes. Loved
Squid
it.
Games.
I got confused at the end. Right? No spoilers. Squid Games.
No, Squid Game.
Yeah. I ate spaghetti today. I didn't understand.
All right, hold on. The fuck does that even mean?
The what?
That you ate
Spaghetti?
spaghetti with the S's?
Yeah, like, because I ate spaghettis.
You,
That's why
you
I'm.
say S?
Yeah, that's
Who
a
the fuck?
Spanish
Who
thing.
the fuck says that? That's a Spanish thing?
Or at least my family thing. Like, every
Ay.
time we speak, like,
Oye,
I have an uncle que siempre, mi amor, ¿y cómo estás? Like he
Ay,
speaks
comí
with
spaghetti.
yeah, with the S. And I'm like, no, fue que comí spaghetti hoy. Come on. I'm
I
mad
haven't heard that
Dominican.
one, but that was actually funny.
Yeah, watch Squid Game.
Okay, Squid Game. Okay.
I think there's going to be a part 2, which is pretty cool.
I think they announced. I think at the end they say there's gonna be a part 2. I think.
Or just the way it ended.
Or was it?
Kind
Or was it You? Have you seen You?
Yeah.
Either way, let's finish Squid Game. Right. So, how did you feel about the last 2 episodes?
It threw me.
Or the last? Yeah, the last.
Yeah, it threw me off completely.
Right?
I'm like, you have such a good thing going. You should have either ended it, and it would have been like some great shit,
Or
and then spinned it for season 2.
Or left us on a cliffhanger, right?
Right. But then you're like,
you basically know everything.
And then he threw me off with the red hair.
And you literally almost know what's about to happen, like next season. But
Right.
yeah, the whole red hair thing. There has to be some fucking meaning to that, double meaning that we don't know.
That we don't know about.
Because that was just random and
Random ass shit.
weird.
Yeah.
Like you just went through this whole traumatic thing, and you didn't spend any of the money, and then
you decided to dye your hair red.
Oh, spoilers!
I told them already. And if they still,
we should have told them before.
I did.
If you haven't watched it,
I did. I said spoiler alert.
All right. So yeah, I didn't like it either. Like the last episode, but overall, like it was different, and it was a good show.
And I can see it becoming like, God forbid, but something like you can see happen in like.
It shows you like how people really get like. One for money and one like their life is on the line as well.
Absolutely.
Which is also interesting because it's like these people, they experienced it the first round.
And they want to go right back.
And they came back.
Plus
like
more,
they literally wanted to get out so bad that they all voted, even though a lot of people voted to stay in the game. And they still came back.
Is that they're in danger in the game as much as they are outside the game. Because the cobradores
I don't know.
están atrás de ellos.
I hope I don't feel that way where like I'm desperate that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, that's insane. So you've been doing a lot of Netflix and chilling. Seems like you watched You too.
Yes, I watched You. The third season. Was it the third season or the fourth? Yes. So yeah, fucking that nigga Joe crazy.
Yeah.
Like you knew he was crazy, but he's crazy. And then like I know season 2, like we got the girl, and you're like, oh no, this girl is just as crazy. But if you really like watch it, this nigga, he crazy.
He's crazy.
And he's smarter.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But he's crazy que, conchale, tú no estás bien con esta muchacha, ya está pensando en la otra and fantasizing. Yeah. That's what makes him crazy.
And he's so subtle, so quiet. Like those are the ones you have to be careful. Like
never finish knowing somebody.
Like what's her name? Quinn? Right? Or Love? No, Love Quinn. Yeah, okay. Her name's Love. Like she did things like she was crazy, but like she made
in the moment, like it was
she made everything hot. She was obvious with it, like a normal crazy person.
Right.
But like if you see Joe, you wouldn't know like this nigga's crazy. Yeah. And he be hiding panties and all this crazy shit, teeth.
I'm gonna have to lock my shits up, yo.
So yeah, the next season, because they also acknowledged that there was gonna be. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do, because it's like, are you gonna find somebody else crazier than fucking?
I feel
Love
like he's gonna
Joe?
go back again. Spoiler alert, because we're in a different show right now. Speaking about a different show.
Spoiler: if you haven't watched You, just stop watching Micamalounge right now.
No. I think he's gonna go after
the black girl.
Yeah.
The black girl.
I know. I was trying to find a better way to say, it, but
no,
the girl. Yeah. He's gonna go after her and now
Netflix.
The baby.
I mean, I said Netflix knows what they were doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole like gay guy that was blind and had a baby with a different.
I didn't know he was blind until
I didn't like later on.
Yeah, like they mentioned it, but I didn't catch on.
I didn't catch on.
I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck this nigga got a fucking. But how did you feel about the like overall season and the black girl specifically? Like, you felt like did it feel out of place? And no, not because she was black,
right?
But like, did it make sense? You know, the whole like she was a librarian.
A little bit, because he wanted to go like, now that I'm like dissecting it, it does just because he wanted to have a normal life. So if anything, his job would be not at the bakery or anything else. It would be at a library. And the fact that she was a librarian made a little bit more sense.
The first girl, whatever her name was, I forget.
Well,
she was also into
librarian.
books. Well, I don't think she was a librarian, but she was into books. She was like a literature teacher.
Yeah, I think a writer or something. Yeah,
a journalist. Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
So what's next?
And then she has a kid. But yeah, they ended. He was in Paris, so I guess looking for her. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Did I miss like the last 3 seconds or something?
Yeah, he was.
He went. Oh yeah,
he was in Paris.
Yeah. Yep.
Spoiler alert.
You know what's a good show now that we're into like shows, and I like to watch like those British
European shows.
Yeah, you know, like some of them are really good. Like Money Heist is European. Yes, which if you guys understand Spanish, you need to watch in Spanish because it gives you a whole different experience with the show.
Before we get into the show you about to explain, the Squid Game, how did you watch it? You watched it in their language? Or did you watch it in English or the subtitles, whatever?
Oh, English,
right?
Yeah. With subtitles.
Yeah, like it kind of made it comedic in a way, right? Like it was kind of funny because you knew, like,
you know that in their language they're going hard.
Yeah,
like,
they weren't really.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same way as with Money Heist, like hijo de puta, blah 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 blah. Like in English, it'll translate like, you know, like.
So what about you? Watch that in English or you watch it?
No, I watch it in Spanish.
Okay.
I love that Spanish
because
like,
even their Spanish is still different.
Like that in Spanish, and I'm like,
okay, like Ronaldo.
That Colombian Spanish, I love it. But Wentworth, have you ever watched Orange Is the New Black?
Code J. Wentworth. Hey, 77 cash now. That I watched Orange Is the New Black. I think I probably watched the first 2 seasons and that shit got ass.
It dragged out.
Yeah,
but this one is Wentworth. It's like British, but they speak English.
But it's similar to Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, but it's a lot more like action to it. There's a lot more like plot twists. Like it's a really good show, and it's an all-female también prison.
There's a lot of like, you know, they show a lot of scenes.
You know,
how do you feel about scenes?
I feel like
you feel like it's necessary to have those in movies.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long though?
If I'm into it, just déjalo la movie entera.
Like, no, because there's been times where like I'm like, okay, that's necessary. And
but then it's just extra.
There's times where it's like, really? Like, y'all just did that, you're gonna do it again.
Right.
Like, was that part literally necessary again? So like, do you ever
I feel like once or twice just to kind of give us like you know, a feel, an idea of what like that relationship is like. Like if it's, you know, whatever, female, guy, female, whatever. But then when they just drag it, it's like, man, you should have just made porn for all of this. Because sometimes, especially on Netflix, like right now they have like no censors. Like they be showing boobs and all this extra stuff. But like I remember when I used to watch movies back in the days. Like you would see like the Titanic. All you would see is like kind of just like,
oh, man, blurred.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't see the whole thing.
Or they'll be naked, but there'll be somebody standing like where the nipples are.
So I'm like, like they're dragging it a little bit, and it's crazy because whatever I give my child the Netflix account, or I don't put it in children's mode, and he just press a random show, and then there's a cartoon like that I watch. Something
that is
on Netflix.
That it shows a lot of likes.
No, but it's cartoon. But like I've seen adult cartoons.
Like Big Mouth?
Yeah, something like that. But this one is crazy. Like you literally, like them just like it's on Netflix.
You gotta tell me.
I gotta send it to you. So I watch shows like that sometimes when I'm having a hard time sleeping to go to bed. So okay, I'm sleeping. And me levanto yo, and all I see is like 2 cartoons just doing this, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But that's Netflix for you.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, my lady. So where can them costumes for next year Halloween find you?
They can find me at Something About Marielle on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. I have bad memory, and I just want to see how she's doing too. So where can I forgot her name? Shit.
And I'm not gonna say it again, so I don't get into trouble. But
where can anybody find you?
If you stumble upon me, you can find me at Jose _. That's MMMJOSE _ on Instagram. You guys can also catch us at the Super Four Bros on Instagram and YouTube. And yes, follow us join us exactly at the patreon.com/micamalounge.
Become a patron.
Yes, become a patron. We have exclusive content there that you're not gonna get anywhere else, and you get episodes of micamalounge that go on YouTube early. Before anyone else sees it on Wednesday.
And don't forget about those discount codes.
And those discount codes, yes.
Actually, this one is limited edition, but
Yes.
We're going to have a lot of those limited editions.
Ooh.
Comía spaghetti.
I was going to say that. Comía spaghetti. All right, but guys, follow the show, micamalounge, everywhere. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it.
Yes,
we still need 200 subscribers so we can egg each other.
Yo, don't let that be like a frozen egg.
So it's getting
cold, guys.
It's gonna be 2026, and we're still gonna be asking for 200 subscribers. And you know what? We're still gonna egg each other in the year 2026.
Con un batón ahí.
Exactly, because we're that loyal.
Yeah, tú sabes.
Thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe.
Yo, they be going mad hard.
But not for real. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.